Hello trainers, and welcome to the Pokémon Professor Network's brand new video series, your one-stop hub for the best moments from our latest episodes. If you're already part of the network, you know the drill. But if it's your first time tuning in, here's the scoop. We're going to pull together the highlights from across our shows, Lured Up for Pokemon GO, Special Conditions for TCG, Sleep It Off for Pokémon Sleep, and WaySpotters for all things Niantic and Wayfarer. If it's happening in the Pokemon universe, we're talking about it. Think of it as your Pokemon Professor Mixtape, a curated collection of expert insights, deep dives, and community discussions all in one place. And if you hear something that piques your interest, you can always catch the full episodes on your favorite podcast platform. So what's been making the waves this week? Let's dive in and find out.
Adam, let's do it.
All right, let's go, Ken.
What's going on, Pokemon Go trainers? Welcome to episode 335 of Lured Up, the podcast where we take Pokemon Go way more seriously than we do ourselves. I'm your host, Ken Pescator. That's Adam Tuttle. Yo, ho, ho, Adam, yo.
Hey, trainers. Yo, ho, ho. Are we pirates?
We are pirating. We got plenty to talk about on today's show, Adam. We're going to recap the last week of gameplay, including the Lunar New Year. We had a Legendary Flight event that took a couple weeks to finish up, and we had G-Max Kingler Max Battle Day. We have an absolute deluge of events coming on slate for the month of February, with the Road to Unova is going to be climaxing with Go Tour Unova towards the end of the month. We'll be very, very busy. Strong Yet Small is happening right now, and it gives us a new shiny to chase. Community Day is next weekend on Super Bowl Sunday. Sports Ball, which seems to be like a trend for Niantic to throw an event on Super Bowl Sunday. I know it's global game, doesn't really matter, but it may make some football fans
you gotta take the attention and put it there.
I guess so. Hoopa Unbound makes its return mid-month with another raid day.
Do you think Pokemon Go will have a commercial?
They might. Maybe TCG Pocket will have a commercial. That'd be pretty awesome. Scattered to the Winds is looking to be an amazing event that will open the floodgate for the shiny Vivillon chase. And if we remember when Vivillon was first announced, it kind of brought the friendship mechanic to life. So I'm hoping that'll do the same with the shiny release. And then Go Tour LA is still on. For those that are not going, the Road to Unova begins on the 24th of February when we get our hands on the tour pass. Plenty going on, like an incredible amount of stuff going on this month. Just absolutely crazy. Dude, LA was a little questionable for a while. We're not going to be there, unfortunately, but it is exciting that the event is still going on. We'll talk about the announcement that Niantic just put out, partnering with the Rose Bowl, saying all systems go with the event. So, it is still happening.
So on today's show, Justin, we'll talk about what you got in the mail from me, because that's exciting.
Mail call.
2024 illustration contest, and then we'll segue into an an artist spotlight, and then from there we'll go on to talk about new Journey Together products that were revealed, because that's exciting. The hobby is not that exciting because you can't find any cards, so that's a little frustrating. We'll probably get into that at some point. There was a new league battle deck that was announced and teased.
What is it?
It's Dragapult, and I'm very excited about it.
Wait, is that why I'm wearing this shirt?
It could be. I actually didn't realize that until just now. So
you know what? I'm not gonna lie, it was very circumstantial. I'm just like, I really liked this shirt, and then I just like, I haven't worn this shirt for the podcast yet. Let me put it on.
That's epic. And then from there, we'll talk about the new system that Pokemon put in place to battle bots. Other retailers have implemented something like this as well. I saw Best Buy doing it.
Is this like the battle bots on TV where they go?
It's just Transformers. Autobots roll out. Journey Together cards are more exciting.
There's more new ones. There's a new Japanese set revealed.
There's a new Japanese set, and already the set looks fire. Pun intended.
Bazinga.
Recently on the WaySpotters podcast, you heard my dad say...
I'm Blame Jamal, and I'm here with Chris. Wait, nope, that's not Chris. I'm here with David from As the Pokeball Turns. Chris had to go out of town to handle some family business, so David is here to fill in. Well, David, there might be some people out here in our WaySpotters audience who might not know who you are. So we've got 3 questions for you to start. Who are you? What's your connection to Niantic Games? And what do you know about Wayfarer?
It was Pokemon Go. That's what it was called.
There it is.
It just came. It was Pokemon Go. That's what it was.
Wow.
I was like, oh yeah. Primarily, it was Pokemon Go. I started playing in 2016, and I always heard rumors of it, and that's when I eventually heard about it to Wayfarer, and that's kind of how I dived in. And unfortunately, I think it's more of a shell of its former self nowadays. I'm really sad of kind of what it's progressed to, but that's another story for another day.
Gotcha. Now, before we get to the news, tell us, what do you know about Wayfarer?
But I take it back to, I think it was 2018, 2019, and Pokemon Go heard rumors of the Pokestop nomination. That's what we knew of back in the day. We didn't know anything about Wayfarer or whatever they used to call it back in the days. And it came out eventually, and I was so excited because I get to kind of influence the game board. I get to influence having Pokestops. It was kind of fun. It was kind of fun to kind of build the map to what it is. And like I said earlier, like I feel like now the map is a shell of its former self. It's fostered like laziness in play. It's fostered isolation and selfishness in a way. And
wow, hot take.
It's just crazy because you used to have to kind of work for it. You had to really find justifiable reasons. And now people are nominating benches.
Well, that's a hot take, and we'll get to that in a second. But first, we're going to go to the news. So, news number 1. The applications for the Wayfarer ambassadors have now closed. So we're going to let you know when we hear something new, and we're looking forward to the new crop of ambassadors, and good luck to all those applied, and good luck to the people at Niantic who are reading over those applications thoroughly, and we'll be telling you who the new ambassadors are. And also to the ambassadors who are rolling off and becoming ambassadors alums, thank you guys for your service. News item number 2. The Pokemon GO Unova Tour is coming to Los Angeles, and the Scattered to the Winds event is still on. So for all those people who were victims of the forest fires out there and the wildfires in LA, you guys are always in our thoughts. So it's really cool that you'll get to do some Pokemon Go out in the Rose Bowl. But as of just a few days ago, you can now put the word COVID in your WaySpot descriptions. Not sure about the title, but description. So topic number 1. So David, after 160 episodes of talking about Wayfarer, I often wonder if I'm too close to the subject to be overly objective, or if I'm too close to the subject to see the perspective of a newer or less experienced wayfinder or explorer. So I vaguely remember the days of OPR, or the Wild Wild West, as I like to call it.
So unfortunately, I've just kind of turned away from Wayfarer. Like I said, it's just not the same anymore. And I think that we have come to realize how much we thought we were including was really just trash. And I think that, it's encouraged people to be lazy. It's encouraged people to be couch potatoes. And I think that we should probably start considering maybe removing some Pokestops, changing some of the rules, because I think it's promoted a very unhealthy way and a lazy way to play Pokemon Go.
So topic number 2. I wanted to have kind of what we're doing to continue this, a free-flowing discussion on the role of the Wayfarer. So there's 2 roles, I say, when it comes to a Wayfarer. You have one role as a reviewer, and you have one role as a nominator.
Mm-hmm.
There's 2 other points I want to get to, time permitting, but I want you to touch on what you think as what is the role of a Wayfarer reviewer.
To be the ultimate judge on what gets approved and doesn't get approved. They are the filter of what we allow in the game. The more loose the rules are, the more trash goes through. The more noble and strict the rules are, the more we have a solid game board.
We got brand new Pokemons again.
Yay! Wait,
What?
you don't want to talk about the important news? The most important news. The most positively best news we could possibly get. So I can just catch whooper after whooper after whooper, and I'm like, whoop, there it is, and hopefully get a good one.
But anyhow, we do have some information for you guys today. So we have 1.5 anniversary rewards from the developers. We have Good Sleep Day number 19 coming up. Looks like we're getting brand new Pokemon debuts. And the reason why we talk about the Valentine's Day event is because there is going to be another event for the Valentine's. We'll deep dive into some desserts because it is something that ties into our beautiful event. And then our simple drink deck detectives. Hopefully I can get this one so I can keep this drink going.
So here's what we're gonna get: 1,000 sleep points, 5 Poke Biscuits, 2 Friend and Sense, 10 Handy Candy S. This applies to players who log in during the distribution period. Yay! Wait,
What?
you don't want to talk about the important news?
The update?
Do you know what that is?
New dishes?
Nope. Better than new Pokemon. Better than a new skill. Better than new dishes. Something that happens with
Sleep?
everyday gameplay. It is from PokemonSleep.net. We're skipping over Valentine's. Who cares? I got to read this one right here. I heard this earlier when I was reading it. I was like, oh my gosh, I got to drop the phone. Adjustments regarding the issue that caused background music from other apps to stop when booting the app.
Okay, yeah, no, that
will
is a
be
pretty
fixed.
important update.